Hi, I'm Nicole, and today I'm going to be portraying a Walmart employee. I will be seeing two presentations given by a union for pros and cons.
Hi Nicole, I'm Andrea. I'm representing the United Food and Commercial Workers Union, the UFCW, and I'm going to be giving you some pros on joining our union. You're probably wondering, why should I join the UFCW? Because we are a group of hardworking Americans that use the power of collective voice to obtain things such as affordable health insurance, living wages, safe working conditions, equal opportunity, a secure pension, and a voice in the workplace. The UFC members enjoy the security of a union contract and the strength of 1.3 million members behind them. Some of the things that unions have obtained in the past, which are very important now, are the 40-hour work week, 8-hour days, overtime, sick leave. And sick leave is where Walmart has kind of stepped on employees' rights recently. As you probably know, employees cannot use a sick day for their first day that they are sick. So they have to use one of two personal days, which is not very popular. Also we have obtained paid vacation and company paid health insurance. A few more things are pensions, safety and health protections, grievance procedure for violation of workers' rights, fairness in promotions and assignments, higher wages, and fair treatment on the job. Also, the right to respect from your managers. And when workers stick together as a union, they have the bargaining power of collective voice that they simply do not have as an individual. And once again, the union contract is negotiated by the Workers' Negotiating Committee and the employer. The rules do not change unless the workers renegotiate. Raises are guaranteed. You have job security. Holiday and vacation hours are included. You also will receive special discounts for members, such as free cell phones and free legal advice, and access to the UFCW scholarship program.
Hi Nicole, I'm Jeff and I represent an anti-union group, and hopefully today I'm going to persuade you not to join the union. The biggest problem that I see with unions are the fees that you have to pay. You have to pay initial dues, some taxes, strike assessments for some reason that your group would go on strike, you have to pay for that. Political contributions to help people get in the union and just all the political campaigns, and then fines. If you do something bad at work, you don't show up, you get in trouble with your actual work, and then you have to get fined by your union. You have limited working time because you can only work an 8-hour day and 40 hours a week. Now if you like that, that's fine, but if you like to work and you have nothing else really to do and you want to make some money, the overtime checks are really nice. By being in a union, you actually cause the American population to pay more for everything, because just you require a higher wage by being in a union, and with that the companies need to charge more for their products. The company really has the upper hand on it. If Walmart doesn't want to have a union, sorry, but you're out of a job. If you join the UFCW, you can only stay in that union. If you leave, you can't. You can only go from food companies to food companies. You can't go, let's say, for some reason you want to be a welder, you can't be a welder. You lose your pride as an American, I think, because with you wanting higher wages, the companies can't pay that, and they're going to send their stuff over to China, and if you like your country like I do, you want to keep stuff here. They can freeze your pay. If you go on strike, well, sorry, you're not getting paid for not working. And in my personal opinion, when I drive the street and see somebody picketing outside of a company, I just think they're lazy. They're not working. Go get a job. It's very political. It's very hard to work your way up in the union. Coming in, there's people that have been there forever, so it's just pretty hard to work your way up. The presentation, I'm guessing you heard earlier, she's told you that they guarantee you higher wages and benefits. Well, they have to lobby for those. It's not guaranteed. And you could all say unions, you always have a job at being in a union. Well, that's not true, because after you go on strike, that company will say, we've had enough with unions, and you're out of a job. And things like the in-run embezzlement can happen too, just because you have to pay so much dues in, and there's ways for money to go underneath the table to the owners. So with that, I'm going to show you a simulation of a Walmart worker discussing the union.
So did you say you were going to...
You know of any union that works like that?
Oh, it's not. All unions work at is taking a cut out of my pay.
Yeah, take your money and spend it to help in political campaigns. You help people I don't even vote for.
Yeah, me too. But they're never going to do that to me again.
You were in a union?
Yep, but no more. You see, I'm one of the hundreds of thousands of former union workers, or members. I'm one of the thousands of reasons unions are getting so much smaller.
Well, Dan was in a union too.
Yeah, I was in a union. You know, where I worked, union rules made it so we couldn't even rush a shipment. You know, we kept on losing customers and money until the truck line shut down. You know, a lot of jobs, more union jobs, they're all gone.
You people on the truck line, you voted for a union.
Voted for a union? Nah, there never was a vote. The union got enough cards signed and demanded the company recognize the union without an election.
Without an election? I mean, didn't you have cards to sign saying that you wanted a union election?
Yeah, and I signed a card just to get them off my back. You know, I thought there had to be a vote, and I'd vote no, but I sure got fooled.
So Nicole, after listening to my presentation on why you shouldn't join a union, and with a short example we found on YouTube with the Walmart workers, I really hope you don't join the union.